That is why we're seeing so many transfer stories at the moment. You know, usually we have the end of the season, people have a little bit of a break before the window opens, and then the transfer window really gets into full swing. But this summer, we've had lots of early transfer stories, lots of negotiations going on behind the scenes. And one of the reasons is because we've got this transfer window opening on June the 1st.
The sun shone brightly over the AXA training center as a fresh energy filled the air. Milos Kerkez, the highly anticipated summer signing, stepped onto the training pitch for one of his first full sessions with Liverpool's first team, and what unfolded was nothing short of remarkable. With coaches and players watching closely, the young Hungarian fullback made a statement that he's not just here to blend in, but to fight for a place in the starting 11. From the very first drill, Kerkez's intensity was impossible to ignore. Quick on the turn, composed in possession, and aggressive in his duels, he immediately brought a sharp edge to Liverpool's left flank. His bursts of pace left even some of the most experienced attackers trailing behind, and his stamina allowed him to relentlessly shuttle up and down the flank, pressing high and recovering deep. In a series of tight rondo drills, Kerkez's technical quality began to shine. Under pressure from seasoned teammates like Dominic Szoboszlai and Alexis Mac Allister, the 20-year-old showed calmness on the ball that belied his age. His passes were precise, often threaded through the smallest of gaps, and his awareness of positioning was impressive, always one step ahead, always ready to support. During tactical drills, Arne Slot could be seen giving Kerkez specific instructions, and what was most impressive was the speed with which the youngster adapted. Whether it was his positioning during transitions or his understanding of Slot's demands in possession, Kerkez looked like he'd been part of the squad far longer than just a few days. His link-up play with the wingers on the left was fluid, and his overlaps were perfectly timed, often creating space for crosses or cutbacks. Then came the small-sided match session, where the intensity went up a notch. Kerkez took his place at left back and faced off against some of the club's sharpest attackers, including Mohamed Salah and Diogo Jota. But instead of being overwhelmed, he thrived under pressure. He won several crunching 50-50s, tracked runs relentlessly, and wasn't afraid to push forward when the opportunity arose. One moment in particular caught the eye. Kerkez dispossessed Salah with a clean tackle, immediately surged forward, exchanged a quick 1-2 with Curtis Jones, and whipped in a low cross that nearly found Darwin Núñez at the far post. What also stood out was the chemistry developing between Kerkez and his fellow Hungarian international, Szoboszlai. The pair exchanged passes fluidly, spoke constantly during transitions, and looked to understand each other's movements instinctively. Their connection could prove crucial as the season unfolds. Coaches on the sidelines were visibly impressed. Arne Slot shared a brief smile with his staff after one of Kerkez's defensive recoveries, a sign that the manager might already be considering the youngster for a more prominent role in upcoming matches.